Hey everybody, this is Joe from JoeKnowsTheCryptos. We had a very, very interesting week in crypto. Like every single week is interesting. In this video, I'm gonna let you know how the three projects I'm talking about are doing. I'm in lots of projects, but these are the ones that kind of have some movement, and I'm gonna show you along the way on this journey on these projects. I'm gonna be getting into another project. I'm gonna talk about that at the very end, but let's just get into it. All right, so first up, EasyBot. So I always talk about I have three different levels of projects I'm in, and all of them fall under high risk. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Crypto is a risky space, and there's high risk crypto projects, there's medium, and there's lower risk, but it all falls under high risk. So in the higher risk are things that aren't necessarily doxed or KYC or audited, that look kind of like they could be Ponzi's, or projects that you got to ROI as fast as possible or take your money out as fast as possible because you aren't sure that it's actually legit. The medium risk, there's some risk there, but there's some elements of transparency. The low risk are things that you have a lot more control over, but are still high risk just by the nature of cryptocurrency. The first project is EasyBot, and EasyBot falls under the lower risk because I do have control over my funds in my own exchange. Well, I don't own the exchange. It's Binance US where I keep those funds. And EasyBot is a software that through an API sends a trading signal to the exchange to trade your crypto. And, that's all it does. It just sends a signal through an API to trade. So on that note, let's talk about EasyBot. It was a slow week. Crypto has been trading in a very narrow range. So as you can see there, the last 7 days, I made $3.47. Not a big pickup. The last couple of weeks have been very slow in the EasyBot. You see, I went from, this is when I started trading back in, $31.98 down to $20 to $3.28, $6.38 to this week, $3.47 in EasyBot. That's a 0.110% return. If I had a calculator, I guess I could multiply that by 52 to get somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 or 6% return. It barely beats a savings account. But I liked, if you can see here, over the last, 7 weeks, I've averaged about 1% a week. And that's really my goal with EasyBot, is to do 1 to 2% a week, because it is a lower risk in the high risk categories of these trading things that I'm doing. Put this aside. Next up, Green Figures. Okay, so Green Figures I've been in for, since pretty early on. This is probably my 10th week in Green Figures. I'm gonna look at that in a second. I don't have a ton of money in there. I wish I put more in there. I put in. This was the first week I actually compounded. I'm pretty comfortable with Green Figures. I think it's a great project. It's in the medium risk category for me. I made about, let's take a look at this handy dandy spreadsheet. Okay. So Green Figures, I had $383 staked. Next week, it's going to go up a little bit because I put all my rewards, I compounded my rewards. So I made $12.33. That's a 3.22% return this week. So this is just since I've been tracking it this way. In these 7 weeks, I've averaged about 4% return. So 4% annualized. So 4 times 10 is 40. So 48%. 4 times 52, because there's 52 weeks in a year. So 4 times 5 is 20. So what is that? 208% return annualized. That's pretty darn good. If I did that math wrong, let me know. I did that too quick in my head. Probably wrong, but I'm sure you'll let me know. So 208% annualized return, pretty darn good. They do, for those of you who aren't into Green Figures, I have a referral code down below. Please, if you're going to get into it, use my referral code. If not, I understand. I'm not telling you to get in. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. It does show live trades. They have 7 different bots right now. And you can see the gain, and you can go into each one of these bots and to see how that bot has been doing since they switched to that bot. So you can look at, history of trades. Whoops. You can look at open trades, open orders, history, exposure. You can get pretty deep in here on MyFX book. It says the track has a check on live update, trading privileges, and track record. So let's hope this is a legit project. Right now, there's over $1 million in this project. I did a video on this a little while back. You might want to check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. I'll attach it at the end of this video. But I'm a big fan of this one. It's been going well. Let me know how it's been doing for you. And finally, we're going to talk about the high risk category of Quopi. So Quopi is, you can put any of these cryptos in here: Bitcoin, USDT, XRP, Doge, Litecoin, Tron, BNB, and you stake that money and it gives you rewards back in this. They claim to trade blue chip New York Stock Exchange stocks through an AI trading bot that they created, and it gives ridiculous, and when I say ridiculous, I mean ridiculous returns. So if you look at this, it comes under the high risk category. I only have $533 of Bitcoin staked, so we're not talking a lot of money. I wish I'd put more into this. It has returned on average. See, the first week I was in it, I was only in it for 1 day. It got a 2.46% return. But you can see the last three weeks, it's returned on average about 9.95% per week. That's a 520%, almost a 520% annualized return if it keeps going that way. I call it high risk because, yes, they do show every single day. They'll show the trades, what trades they did, when they got out, when they got in, when they got out, which ones they traded. So here's Friday. It shows you they bought PayPal at this price at this time. They sold at this price at this time, and this was the spread they made. There's a lot of things that don't add up unless they're doing leveraged trades, which they might be. And I've asked a question in the Discord, haven't gotten an answer yet. It says 1.89% return, but they added all these together. Well, that's not how weighted averages work. So I'm a little confused. Maybe it is leveraged. If it's leveraged, then that would make more sense. But yeah, this would not be, you wouldn't add up all these averages to find out what the return was. Because if all of my money is out, then each one of these would get a portion of that. It'd add up. You divide it by the amount you had up, and it'd be a return, not just adding the returns individually. But that's neither here nor there. It's still, whatever they're doing, it's been getting really good returns. As you can see here, I have let's go here. I have been getting returns every single week. I've already 31% return in the 3.5 weeks I've been in there. That's just incredible. Hopefully this can keep going. Again, I hate to shill my referral codes, but I would love for you to use my referral code if you plan on getting this. I'm not suggesting that you do. If this can keep paying out, it's going to be a great project. I only have a couple more weeks to a full ROI. You have to keep it in for 30 trading days, which, there's only 5 trading days in a week. So 30 is going to put you at like a month and a half. I'm halfway through that and I'm at 31% return. So you can take your money out after the 30 trades are up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this point. We'll see how big this number gets to make my decision of what I'm going to do. So there you have it. My low, medium, and high risk protocols, they all had returns this week. The low risk, lowest return, what did I say it was? It was a 0.11? Yeah, 0.110. Green Figures 3.2%, and Quopi is 8.84%. I have referral codes down below if you want to get in these. Aviate, Fathom, Wolf Capital, iBots, all dead to me. If any, the first 3 I mentioned, if they come back to life, great. I'm here. I'll promote them if they figure it out. I just don't ever see that happen. Those have never really had a real return, especially Aviate. What a disappointment. I really hope Joshua can get his proverbial stuff together and make that project work. It made a lot of sense to begin with, but everything they said they were going to do, they didn't. So I'm still bitter, as you can tell. That being said, this week I'm going to go into a new project. I have a couple that I'm looking at this weekend, and probably Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to put out a video, maybe even Wednesday, showing you what that is, how much I went in, and why. So I'll let you know that when it comes. That's all I got. I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment, all those things, and I'll see you next time.